coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State at Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Red 23.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
On red.
Lawrence will throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And defensively here, it's hard to overlook the fact that this is an offense that's dead last in the NFL in rushing. So this back seven's going to be tested. Heck, might be more of a back eight. No doubt about that. And they surrender the catch here and the first down.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Jaguars at 5-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Milton. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Here's Milton. Touchdown, Jets! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Hey, go, go.
Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Okay, ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now a give right side. Harrison. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, it's Milton. Caught by Wilson. And some room to run now. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Throwing is Milton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Touchdown! Brian Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's Milton now to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw is Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Milton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 5.
All right, let's go. Silver.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Jags are able to widen their advantage.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson with career touchdown number 60. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Here's Lawrence. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Rip, 23.
Now Lawrence to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Sauce Gardner picks it off. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you, but that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They were the 46 defense just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And his kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hey, run!
On second down, they'll run it here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 5. Flushed out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
This one caught by Davis. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Milton. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
2nd and 10. Here's Milton.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Back to throw again. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. From 13 yards out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Moody good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
11, Ag X. Here we go.
They go play action with Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Lisa 24.
Lawrence will throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's Davis to run and get on 2nd. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd down, it's Harrison. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Lawrence. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Throwing is Milton.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Garrett Wilson.
44 yards.
And the Jets are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Easy, read it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they will take a knee here.
Ready up.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Brooklyn, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8.